Oh, do you guys want to hear another work story, by the way? Not to massively derail the
Sure.
Bob Seger
No,
and the Silver Bullets
absolutely,
conversation.
because I don't want
The pop punk Lion King.
to. For me
But
personally, I would actually, if I made a musical about myself, I would make Noah the main character.
I feel like you could, like, if I talk to you guys about fucking Hadestown, that's a much easier sell, I feel like, as far as a case for musicals than something like fucking Hamilton. Guys, I think we just figured out that Lex Luthor is going to turn into Bizarro Superman.
oh my god.
Good for him, though. I mean,
Just jacked
It's about
Lex
time.
Luthor.
I feel like Jesse Eisenberg would actually be a better actor in both a dramatic sense and also like comedic sense if he was shredded.
I actually really like
Honestly?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Imagine Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg, but he's
But he's
also
just
really
jacked
ripped.
for no reason.
So more Jeff Bezos than Mark Zuckerberg.
I mean,
Is Jeff
Mark's
Bezos jacked?
He's more jacked than
Like,
Mark Zuckerberg.
He's bigger than Zuckerberg, certainly. He could take him in a fight easy, but
All right, right now I'm just
Dude, I
dropping
could take him in a
pics
fight.
in the chat of who we should have for the live action Bizarro Superman.
oh,
I would like to posit Hafthor Bjornsson, the mega bodybuilder.
not bodybuilder. Don't
Oh,
say
not
that.
bodybuilder. I'm
People
sorry,
will
the
get mad at you.
powerlifter.
And by people, I mean me. He's not a powerlifter either. God damn it, Noah.
What does he do?
Get your strength sports straight.
What's he do?
He was a strongman. He's retired from that
a
now.
retired
He's an amateur
strongman.
boxer now.
The amateur boxer.
Is that
he
the,
played the Mountain.
Is he the one that like has a
Yeah.
world record? I know that name.
Many people have world records. You must be
Um,
far more specific. But he played the Mountain in
my
Game
God.
of Thrones.
Hafthor
That-
Bjornsson
that's- yes.
did what was it, like mid 2020 pulled an attempt at a world record deadlift. I don't believe it ended up officially counting in the record books because it wasn't in a competition, and it was an extremely controversial lift as well. But
I like this picture of is this Eddie Hall?
that's Eddie Hall.
I like this picture of Eddie Hall where his abs, he's got like
He's standing
they're
under the
every other-
lighting just to get them to show.
but they're shining every other one. Here, have a sec.
Oh, his
Y'all-
abs are just
y'all gonna like
asymmetrical.
this.
That just happens sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Some people just have
The
that.
more
It's a
you
genetic
know.
thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that because all the other pictures, the guy's abs are like pretty symmetrical, but then this guy's just like do 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 do. Like if you
I gotta
rolled
be
a
honest, I
marble
kind
down,
of-
they'd fall down every other one.
I would have been happy going my whole life not knowing that asymmetrical abs are a thing. I'm gonna be real with you.
It is very common, actually.
It's
It's
I don't
a big
it-
problem that a lot of bodybuilders have, actually, because it's like, it's genetic, you can't change it. But
Mhm.
one of the things that bodybuilders are judged on in competitions is symmetry.
Holy shit! John Cena also has
John
asymmetrical
Cena
abs.
also has asymmetrical abs.
I found out because I'm looking for him also
I
as our
think-
like Bizarro Superman.
I think if you look real close at The Rock, his are as well.
I
completely forgot
watched
that wasn't
WrestleMania last
common
weekend.
knowledge. Ooh, how
Ooh.
was WrestleMania?
It was the first time I've ever watched WrestleMania, or known anything at all about it, and I don't know. It's just
Noah
It's kinda
just
fun.
Googled The Rock abs. I thought everybody should know that.
that's a good thing to Google though. I did too, but I wasn't even talking about the podcast.
No, his don't
Uh,
seem asymmetrical.
Oh yeah, they don't seem that defined either. He's not cut that hard. Good for him.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, dude's letting himself eat.
That's
Anyway.
Dwayne for you.
Tell us
That's
about
Dwayne.
WrestleMania,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, I mean, it was it wasn't Hulkamania actually. It was just WrestleMania.
Hulkamania wasn't
Hulkamania-
running wild.
No.
Well, it ran wild a little
Hulkamania
while
has
ago. I don't
not
think they've
run
ever
wild
reined it
for
back
a
in.
long time, I don't think.
Damn.
Yeah, ever since he had to testify in court about the size of his penis with a bandana on, Hulkamania is really not running as wild since then.
I would have thought Hulkamania would have run even more wild after that, honestly.
I think for a brief time it tried, and then I think he said the N-word a couple times, and then
Oh, that's
That
immediately
did happen.
stopped.
That did
yeah,
happen.
Yeah.
stock in Hulkamania
Everyone was like-
probably tanked after that, rightfully.
Yeah, everyone was like, "This is really funny." He's doing this in court, and then he was like, "Remember, everyone, I'm still really racist." And they're like,
Oh man,
uh,
no Hulk.
WrestleMania
boys.
was
But
not
Hulkamania,
everything I
brother.
thought it would be, though.
Oh
No?
no?
I mean, it was just wrestling, and it's exciting.
Right.
But I just don't like. Most of the personalities didn't really sell me too much.
Oh no.
I can't believe you.
That
hate
being
wrestling.
said,
It's
though,
the lack of Hulkamania that's the problem.
There was
It
no
must be,
Hulkamania
but
running wild.
No Macho Madness, no
really,
Hulkamania,
really
no
like
nothing.
Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, because that's what they call him, and it's
Oh.
hilarious to me.
Isn't he white?
Because like that was just like, oh yes, Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief. Like, stop calling him that. It's weird. Stop. I don't
that's-
like it. but they really call it. They constantly call him Tribal Chief, and this one little like old rat man, Paul Heyman, I think his name is. He follows him around. He's like, my Tribal Chief, and it's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, we're looking at pictures of Roman Reigns right now, and I feel like this guy is what
Wait,
Jason
who?
Momoa thinks he is. Roman
Oh,
Reigns.
you mean Roman Reigns Tribal Chief?
Yeah, we're looking at Roman Reigns Tribal Chief. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. It's okay. I was confused.
I feel like he is like what everybody acts like Jason Momoa is.
I mean,
Does that
I
make
think
sense?
I see where you're coming
I'm
from.
also.
He also has
I'm
the other
pretty sure
half of
Roman
the Rock's
Reigns-
tattoo.
He does. That is the
I think
same
they're
thing.
related.
Are
The
they?
Rock and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, there's
So
something.
it's
He's related
Dwayne
to
The
someone who was
Rock
like really famous.
Johnson, tribal chieftain.
He could have been Dwayne the Rain Johnson.
Dwayne the Rain Johnson.
Yeah, instead of
No,
saying,
like,
"Can
I
you
feel
smell
like-
what the Rock is cooking?" he'd be like, "You're gonna feel the rain of Dwayne."
Yeah, I
And then
feel
he'd
like
pee
he's
on
he's
you.
apparently like
No.
he's related to someone. I'm pretty sure,
Huh. Okay.
but I'm not 100% who or he's related. I'm pretty sure he's related to like an old WWE like
Huh.
champion.
Okay.
I feel like all the big names in the WWE are like that though, aren't they?
I know the Rock was. His
Yeah,
dad
The
was
Rock
a
was-
pro
it's a
wrestler
family
previously
situation,
as well. Yeah.
Who was his dad?
Rocky Johnson.
Rocky.
Yeah,
Now, how are you gonna tell me that Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Rocky Johnson just happen to be related? Get out of here.
I wish I understood any of that world at all. Like even a tiny bit.
Right?
No, me too. I
'Cause-
wish that I had been into wrestling when it was like a spectacle.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, like
all
when I
I
was a
hear
kid.
from big fans now are it's nothing like the 80s and 90s where they actually
Yeah.
like killed people.
Yeah, that's exactly
Oof,
what
yeah.
that's exactly what I've heard. And like, don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily want to see someone die on live TV, but I don't not want to see that in the context of like of a blood sport, and not in the context of like the broader like world. But I don't know, because I had friends growing up who were really really into wrestling, and I just
Yeah.
at that time I was not ready. You know, like
Sure.
I was too busy being like, nah, but it's not real, not realizing that
Yeah. Isn't that
everybody knows.
Yeah.
Isn't
Everybody
that the
knows
most
it's
annoying
okay.
thing? Is that like we were part of the group that was told it's fake, therefore don't pay attention to it,
Yeah,
and
not
we
the group that
missed
was,
out
it's
on
fake,
so
and
much
therefore
good shit because
Yeah.
we were
Okay.
just focused on how it was fake.
I
Yeah,
think
we
I
were
found the
fools,
lore,
frankly.
and I don't think that Dwayne Johnson and Roman Reigns are actually related,
Okay.
but they are in the Fast and the Furious.
Oh shit, dude, they may as well be related. Everyone's family
Which
in that.
they are literally family in Fast and the Furious.
Well,
That makes sense,
and there
though.
is nothing
But
stronger than
And I
family.
don't know if they are in real life, but
I
in the
would
movie they
assume-
are.
I would assume probably
Because, you know,
not.
I don't know, who knows?
Like maybe
Probably not. But they're family in the Fast and the Furious. Not in like the sense of like Vin Diesel and everybody he met, but like literally in film series related.
Oh, they are both half Samoan.
I mean, that does whittle it down quite a
So
bit.
That's
It honestly does.
it's a connection, if not a relation.
In the movie, they're related.
Huh.
And I think the Fast and Furious movies are more real than life. So it's kind of like, oh, well,
I could
maybe they're
back that.
closer than family.
Honestly, they've taught me more about life than 12 years in school taught me. So,
So true, Noah.
thanks.
That's so true. You were
When
homeschooled though.
Did you spend 12 years in a school now?
It wasn't a physical school. It was a school of the mind, Jeff.
More of a mental school, really.
Mental prison, more like. Am I right, fellow school haters? High five, high five, high five.
So true,
Please
bestie.
do not high five him.
Serve.
This episode directed against Kez for some reason.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No, we can't alienate any more of our viewers. We're running out of viewers to alienate.
I feel
Oh,
like
shit.
you're honestly, as an outsider to the running of the podcast, I've always felt that your thing was just alienating every single one of your viewers, just one at a time.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Mm.
We also don't like doctors. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we got
Got
both our
'em.
viewers.
Boom.
Did you
A
see how I
tether.
got both our viewers?
Well, I already got Jeff earlier by calling Hafthor Bjornsson a bodybuilder and then a power lifter instead of strongman.
Yeah, I still haven't calmed down from that. My heart is just pounding.
Yeah, you guys didn't see, but
My face
Jeff,
is
like,
purple and
Jeff went full like JoJo mode and
I
threw like
hulked on him.
7,000 punches that stopped half an inch from my face just so he could show that he could have snuffed me.
yeah. I'm
So,
like,
capable
just
of
gotta
doing
say
that
you missed.
today
A normal
because
dinner at the
it's,
Dietz's house.
a Sunday at 6:30,
Yeah.
and that's when my power is most active.
This just sounds like all the stories Noah tells us about like Thanksgiving at the Dietz's.
More or less,
basically.
honestly.
I'm trying to think of what what your stand would be, and I think it would be the Arnold, but I'm trying to think of like what its localization would be that wouldn't be the Arnold, you know? And I can't think of what it would be. I'm losing it now.
I think Jeff's stand would be Bong Ripper.
My stand would totally be Bong Ripper.
You're right. Your stand
Because they
would
have to be like
Bong
named
Ripper.
after a musician or band. Well, they don't have
Yeah,
to.
it's but it's better if it is, right?
It's always better.
Yeah, my stand would be
Bong
either like
Ripper.
Bong Ripper or Sun or something.
Son, no.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was really...
I hated that.
Either way, both of your stands would just slow everything down.
And then the localization would be like the moon.
Yeah, for both of them, because they couldn't have it be Bong Ripper.
Well, yeah, you just can't have it be Bong Ripper. You understand. You
They
understand
should
why it
have
can't
it
be
be
Bong
Bong
Ripper.
The Bull Terror.
You know, I saw an article the other day that made me laugh because it was like, study finds that in secondhand smoke from a bong can be worse than from a cigarette.
I
Oh,
did see that.
no.
I saw that.
And
headline.
I laughed for like an hour because who the like people who smoke cigarettes smoke like fucking 30 a day.
Right?
Who is smoking a bong? Who's smoking 30 bowls a day out of a
30
bong
whole bongs every day.
in an area where other people have to breathe it in? No one is
Right.
fucking doing that anywhere on the
also-
planet.
In an area where they're not going to be breathing it in anyway.
Also, hold on. When they
Like-
measured this, were they burning tobacco in that bong?
I don't know.
Because I feel like that also, because last I checked, there's a lot less tar in cannabis than there is in tobacco.
Yeah. Also, just anecdotally, I have spoken to one person in my life who has ever attempted to smoke tobacco through a bong, and he said it was literally the worst experience he has ever had.
Isn't that why they have to flavor hookah tobacco?
I don't know.
I want to try it now.
More power to you,
You-
Jackson.
You probably
So,
shouldn't.
Dan, now that Jackson's going to die, I vote we bring on Jeff as his replacement.
I don't think Jeff has the right pure chaotic energy that.
I don't
Jackson
think I
does.
can
I
ever
think we need.
fully
I think it
replace
has to be
Jackson
Dave.
now.
You're
Well,
right. you're right.
honestly, if it's even under the on the table, Jeff, I have to ask you a question.
Oh no.
Oh no, I know where this is going.
What's the deal with airplane food?
I did not know where this was going.
You know, I didn't know. I thought I
I think
knew.
you have to be high to eat it.
I thought I knew, and then it went a different direction. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was so much more ready to talk about the FurryCon. I thought that's where
Same.
this was going.
Same.
Wait, what?
There's
Never
the,
let them know your next move.
the world's largest furry convention is in Pittsburgh, and Jackson wants to
Anthrocon.
go.
Well, that makes sense.
So OTA could be a presence at Anthrocon this year.
It's called Anthrocon?
Yeah,
Of course.
It's-
How
Yeah.
much? I mean, when is it?
it's an anthropomorphized convention center.
I mean,
Oh
Anthrocon
god,
is
the convention
it's in
center is
June.
anthropomorphized?
It's got
It's the
big, like,
end of June. Oh, that's
blue eyes.
terrifying.
Whose fursona is the convention center?
You don't want to know.
It's the entirety of Pittsburgh's persona.
Oh god.
The
The
theme
whole
this year
town
is
gets it?
Aesop's Fables,
What?
No.
and it's June 30th to July 3rd.
That's such a weird
That's so
theme.
close to Dan's wedding.
I was gonna say.
Dan, do you
there's-
want to have your wedding at Anthrocon?
Dan, we could have your wedding
Oh,
at
let me go get Michelle.
Anthrocon. I'm sure that she'll have no problem. There's no reason to ask her at all.
Why would she?
Okay. As long as you guys
Alright,
are sure.
so-
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
$70 to go.
I'm
That's
visiting their
less
page,
than I
and there's
expected.
COVID-19 policy under two like cuddling fursuit people,
Yeah, they are.
and it's so funny because the
Well,
next
click
is
on
a
it, find out what the
scenic
policy is.
photo of like the convention center talking about how to register, and then we're right back to furries again with the about us, and I just think that everything next to each other is very funny.
It does make sense,
Oh
though,
my
but it looks funny.
Can I be
There's
honest though?
for
They are
Can we go
requiring
on the fursuit
vaccinations.
cruise?
I gotta be honest. I really do believe that Anthrocon is gonna be a safer spot convention wise than anywhere else. And here's
Well,
my
what
here's my
about-
reason.
As
Okay,
far as-
What about
Oh,
the
yeah, no,
gathering? of
100%.
Juggalos, Noah?
They're all wearing full
no,
like
it's not because
masks.
it's not because a bunch of people are wearing masks. It's because they're pumping so much cold air into that center.
Ah.
The air is gonna be cycling enough that actually might be just based on that. And then secondly, furries shower more than gamers.
That's,
God, I wish you thought that. I wish I lived in a world where I agreed with that.
yeah, I was about to
I
say.
wish I
where
could
are
go
you
back in
pulling
time
that
and be like,
from?
yeah, that's probably true, but I know it's not.
Damn. Unfortunate then. Never
Because
mind.
here's the thing about furries: most of them are like just kind of what you'd expect, like just somebody who like is into furries.
Sure.
Mhm.
But the furries that go harder than anyone you can imagine,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and it's insane. Like there's some like disconnect that certain furries have that just lets them become like party literally animals.
I have actually heard that that phrase throw fucking rad parties. That is actually a thing I've heard.
I would love to go to an Anthrocon party.
You know
I
what?
think I'm
Honestly,
afraid
I'm
of
gonna
it.
say it. I'm gonna say it. I don't care so much about going to Anthrocon. I actually could probably be convinced to go to an Anthrocon party.
Yeah.
I don't know that you.
I
could
mean,
convince
like,
me
in
go
order to
the con itself.
attend, would we have to be furries ourselves? Would we have to be like in full fursuit?
You know,
or...
I think
No,
I think
most of
it's-
them don't wear fursuits.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, I think it very much depends.
Because like, I'll
There's
wear
also
cat
we
ears
could go
or
on the
something.
cruise.
Oh, you'd look cute in cat ears, Jeff.
Oh, I know I do. I have before. Not for like those kinds of reasons, but
Okay, if you say so.
I was wearing a maid outfit. It's different.
Yeah, what's everybody's fursona?
This is a dangerous question to ask. This has
I don't
not come
why.
up in a very long time.
I don't have one
So?
because I'm not a furry.
Well, think about it. What would it be?
Oh, jeez.
I know mine's a bear. My government
I already
assigned
know-
persona is a bear.
The
I don't
government
think I
gave
can
you
escape
one?
it.
Signed.
It's been assigned by more than one person at this point.
I
It has
mean,
it has to be what I go
What
with.
kind of bear though? You got a lot of variation.
It's probably
Moon
a
bear.
black bear, right?
Sloth bear.
A what bear?
Sloth bear.
I think Noah's a sun bear.
I think Noah's a water bear.
I think sun bears and sloth bears are pretty similar. They're probably the
I've
the two
never even
most
heard
similar
of
No,
a
bears.
sloth
no, a
bear up
sloth
until
bear
right
is
now.
he looks miserable.
It does look kind
No,
of similar.
they're
to
great.
That does look pretty similar
Why
to a
does he
sun
look
bear,
like
though.
bad taxidermy?
He does look like a bad taxidermy. He
No,
looks
that's
like
just how they are.
specifically. He looks like a bad taxidermy of a sun bear.
No, sun bears
Honestly.
look weirder than sloth bears.
Oh,
Sun
100%.
bears are like
They look
short-haired.
weirder, and they got like those long
Sloth-
limbs. They're all lanky boys.
Yeah, I think Noah's more of a sloth bear than a sun bear. They're just having a good time.
Are they just having a good time? We just
Some
found a
of 'em.
picture of one that appears to be like fighting a tiger.
Oh well, that's probably on the tiger. I don't know.
Oh, that's a perfect picture. Noah, send that to the chat.
Yeah, Noah, upload. Yeah, send sloth bear pics.
Can we get
Oh,
sloth
yeah.
bear in the chat here?
I love a good like bear, like a good rare bear varietal.
Right? I mean,
Some
could
bears just
see-
look so dopey, and I do love that.
I could see you as like
What about-
a panda.
I don't want to be a panda.
What about a
Noah
bear
doesn't wanna
cat?
be a panda. A bear cat.
Yeah, the binturong.
Binturong? Ooh, that's a cool name.
That sounds like a D&D monster.
Oh my
Holy
god, look
shit.
at this guy.
They did
He
you know,
looked just
guys know
like
that
a
they smell like
SWAT
popcorn?
van.
And they smell like popcorn.
I was not prepared for that.
It's true.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture of Bearcat. Which is just a SWAT van. But like an armored SWAT
That's-
van.
Apparently there's this kind of a SWAT van that's called a bear cat.
Okay, look up binturong then.
Well, we're finding plenty of pictures of the bear cats. It's just in the middle of them,
Okay,
there's
okay.
this SWAT van just chilling.
They're just like pretty cool guys.
Oh, I do love this thing.
They're
though.
kind of like thick weasels almost.
I was thinking they look a lot like a Wolverine.
Oh yeah, a little
It's
bit.
like a Wolverine became part fruit bat.
Ooh, they do have that fruit bat kind of face, huh?
Yeah, I feel
I'm-
like I would be friends with most of them.
That's Noah.
so
Noah's
angry
just
that
pulling up
I-
pictures of Hugh Jackman now.
What did you know
How's he
that when you
doing?
search Wolverine, it's
Different kind of
almost
bear.
exclusively shirtless Wolverine?
Yeah,
It's a
Good for
lot of
him.
shirtless Wolverine.
it's a lot of shirtless Wolverine.
Okay, I'm scrolling down. There's a lot less shirtless Wolverine, but the top was all shirtless Wolverine.
Well, but every time it's a picture of actual Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, he's shirtless. It's just the shirted ones are all comic book frames and shit.
Wild. My search history is going to be jacked up.
Oh, absolutely.
All these.
So
all these
anyway, Noah's
buff
search
muscle
history
men.
is different kinds of
Anthrocon.
bears and very strong men, so he's gonna get some interesting results. And interesting ads.
I hope so.
Who's your persona, Jackson? You don't get to ask and then not answer.
Well, no one else has answered yet.
That's
I
true.
Just
answered.
Noah saying maybe bear, and then us diving into the nuances of binturong.
Yeah, we're just looking at rare bears.
I mean,
now.
mine's definitely not a Binturong. I don't think I have that energy.
Is the binturong
Google-
actually related to bears or cats? Because it kind of looks like a mustelid, doesn't it?
I think it's just hanging out. Like I don't think it's really concerned about those kind of things. It's a vivarid.
Interesting.
Let's see,
I
what
don't
else
know
is
what
in
that
that family?
means.
Ooh, there's some long boys in there. Yeah, there's
Medium-sized
a-
feliform animals.
Oh, those long
Yeah.
cats are in there. I guess those aren't
Ooh.
cats.
Long cats. Well, that particular one's kind of
Oh, the hyena cat. I know that thing.
that's called a civet.
You know him?
Yeah.
Noah's met this guy apparently.
Oh, the civets.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
beach
can't
songs
remember
are
what it
civet
was.
related.
Yeah. Or ooh, look at this. What's it called? A poyana?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Central
Poyana.
African oyan.
Oh, I'm seeing it. Yeah, that's a
he's
creature.
long boy.
That's mostly tail. That's like basically giblet.
He's like
That-
50% tail.
I like how that looks like a chihuahua face on a ferret body with just...
Noah's just a hater, honestly.
I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just saying what it looks like. And its tail is longer than it is.
Wow.
Anyway, my persona is probably like a deer or maybe like a red panda.
I could see both.
I could see that.
It's got to be something like adventurous yet also like non-committal.
Mm-hmm.
In the spirit of that, I would say maybe like an orangutan.
No, because you can't
They go
have
do
your
fun
persona
stuff every
be a
now and then,
monkey.
but they just kind of like
It's
chill.
too close to
Yeah, it's
being
way too
like
close.
It's too
a
close.
person. Like
What?
you didn't pick
Come on.
anything.
You gotta pick something without opposable thumbs.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you gotta pick
Oh, is
something
that
like more
is that the rule?
creature.
Okay,
Yeah.
so no raccoons then.
No, raccoons are okay.
got
Raccoon's
opposable
probably
thumbs.
allowed, but
They got those
yeah,
little
but they're more
hands.
just like they're very creature-esque.
Well, I suppose they are, but
This
so is
feels
it
like
a
it's about
Could be a
to,
raccoon.
this feels like it's about to get to fucking Jeff grabbing a raccoon and saying, "Behold, man."
I feel like I think a raccoon could fit the bill,
Potentially.
but I don't know. I'm not a miscreant. I'm just mischievous.
Right. Well, I mean, like, raccoons are rarely doing bad intentionally, right? They're
That's
really
true. They just
kinda-
love garbage.
Yeah, they're just out here doing stuff and not thinking about consequences. Live fast, eat trash.
Jeff, what's your spirit? No, what's your persona?
I have never really put serious thought into it because, like,
No time like the present.
I suppose so. What? I don't know. Noah, what do you think? What do you think my persona would be?
Your persona. I feel like, shoot. What are some of the animals that use rocks to hit things?
I mean, me.
uh,
I do that.
I was thinking like an otter.
I was gonna say, don't crows do that?
But like, no, I don't think birds count in a furry situation.
No, you can be a
Or
first.
they're-
Your
yeah.
persona can be avian.
Featheries are a thing.
It's not as common,
right, but that's like there's featheries and scalies and furries, and if we're asking,
Oh, I
you
think-
know, I
but
mean,
it's- but it's all-
if your
it-
persona is a lizard,
It's
then
still,
it's still your persona.
yeah, it's still a persona.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
like Godzilla, maybe.
I don't think a Godzilla.
Dave,
I don't think
is-
that
Dave, you didn't
counts.
hear that. You can't do that.
Sorry, Dave. They won't let you have Godzilla as your persona. I tried for you.
OC, do not steal.
Now, Shin Godzilla, on the other hand,
God.
I don't even know who that is.
that's a horror movie Godzilla.
Oh,
I'll show you sometime.
just
He's
it's
whack-
just
he's
totally
wackadoo.
not Godzilla. That's it.
No,
Or-
he's still a God. I'll show you later.
Oh, okay. He is a canonical Godzilla, but just not a.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
you got no
I
idea.
mean, how scary is he?
I would want like an apocryphal Godzilla, not a canonical Godzilla.
I don't. I
Yeah,
know
we're
that
talking
this
Book
isn't
of
what
Enoch.
apocryphal
Yeah,
means,
I want Enoch Godzilla.
But you know how there's Turtle Pope in Elden Ring? I suddenly pictured Pope Godzilla
Oh yeah.
in like big robes with the dumb little hat.
Right.
And
Right.
when Jeff said apocryphal Godzilla, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Right. He's like, your sins are forgiven, my son, and then he just destroys your house.
Your sins
He's
are
allowed to
wiped
do
clean
that,
like
though.
you are
Yeah.
from the earth.
Just I love the idea of him being like, "You are absolved," and then just fucking
Just-
flamethrowing your head.
Just obliterating you.
I could give Jeff Meerkat.
Meerkat. Ooh,
Yeah.
He assigns you meerkat.
Wow.
Assign meerkat at birth.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
You dig a tunnel.
I dig a tunnel.
Dig a tunnel.
Don't even.
Dig a tunnel.
You know, like there's no
Oh my
reason to
God.
start that.
Now, on a scale of intensity, Noah, how intensely would you say that he's digging this tunnel? Would it be
What?
What?
Would it be quick by chance?
That's not a scale of intensity, Dan. That would be on a scale of
On a
speed.
scale of- yeah, but I understand what you're saying. The implication being that they are digging this tunnel out of fear. Therefore, it is also a scale of intensity.
No,
It would be
no, I
pretty
would
What the
intense.
never.
fuck are you guys talking
Dan,
about?
all that I would remember is dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. I don't remember any other lines of
Oh,
that song.
literally the next line is
Which
quick before the hyenas come.
Oh,
which Lion King sequel is that from? Is that
1.5.
that's 1.5? Okay.
Yeah.
The best one.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, the Lion King 2
That movie
is
actually,
just kinda,
I stand by that movie. I actually also stand by Lion King 2, but I stand by 1.5 way more.
I feel like it's probably better than I remember it being. It's what?
Oh,
It's
it's
like
definitely not.
Romeo and Juliet, but with lions, right?
No, that's 2.
Yeah, that's
No,
yeah.
1.5 is like they were like, we're making a. This
Yeah,
one's
I remember
silly.
1.5.
No,
It's just about
one-
Timon and Pumbaa, but
Yeah, it's oh fuck, what is the name of the Shakespeare play that's based on?
oh, that
Macbeth.
one it is
No.
still. No, the
No, it is
what? The original is just Hamlet, but with lions. The Lion King 2 is
Ye-
just Romeo and Juliet, but with lions, and then
The second one is fucking what are their names? The fucking 1 second. It-
I have absolutely no idea how to help you here.
I don't know what
That's fine.
anyone is talking about, and I keep trying to.
We're talking about the
contribute, but I
Lion
don't
King
know how.
sequels.
Yeah, I'm lost as well.
It's based on Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead.
What?
I think it's based on the
Oh.
lions in the jungle.
I think so too.
What you think it
Like
is
May
just
not be
like
Scar.
Yeah,
just a
Rosencrantz and
documentary about
Guildenstern
some
are dead. Yeah,
lions? Then they
And
made it into a
Mufasa.
cartoon.
If it wasn't a documentary, Jeff, how do you explain the live action Lion King?
Well, you got
Yeah.
me there. I never watched that one, so.
Do we have to explain the live action Lion King? Asking for me.
I don't know, Dan, do you want to explain the live action Lion King? I'm going to go out on a limb and say you are the only person in this call that has actually seen it.
How'd they get all the
I have not
lions to
seen it. Are you
talk?
kidding me?
Oh, thank the Lord.
Well,
I was
Jackson,
very afraid,
they
Dan.
weren't Jackson. They weren't real lions. They were actors pretending to be lions.
Oh,
Obviously.
I thought they gave him like peanut butter, like the horses back in the day.
I thought they gave them ketamine like the horses back in the day.
Man, that
Well-
day was today, baby.
Well, they did give them ketamine, but they were human actors.
I gotta be honest, when I heard live action Lion King and then I saw the cast they had going, I was like, oh, are they just gonna do Lion King with people? Because I guess that, like
Actually, I
like
think that
Lion
would have
King
been
on
better.
Broadway.
it would have been, yeah, like Lion King on Broadway. Like,
been
I
done.
think it
It's
would
done.
have been better.
I'm deeply afraid of Lion King on Broadway.
Lion
That's
King on
very
Broadway is rad. That's a
incredibly
fucking hell of a
valid.
show.
I'm afraid
It's
of
scary.
Broadway, just in general.
Oh, Jeff, you shouldn't be afraid of Broadway.
I just
Broadway's
don't
fun.
like. I just don't like musicals.
Oh, that's right. You're the guy. who
I'm
doesn't
sure
like
it's fun if you're into that, but I'm not.
also the guy that doesn't like musicals, Dan.
It's so hard to make a case for musicals because
It's
like
true.
imagine talking to someone and in all seriousness you're like, yeah. Anyway, when they sang that number about signing the Declaration of Independence, I thought that was really good. Like imagine you have to say that to a human being.
All right,
I think it
done.
depends on
Now
what musicals you're into, right? Because like there's a progression of like how easy it is to explain a musical. I feel like you could like if I talk to you guys about fucking Hadestown, that's a much easier sell. I feel like as far as a case for musicals than something like fucking Hamilton or even
get
In the
behind that.
Heights.
I heard In the Heights was a really good movie, honestly.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
Nina's
thought it was
dad
really,
liked it
as
a
somebody who
lot, too.
did not see the musical, the Broadway show at any point, I thought it was really good.
Of course he had a Broadway
I don't know
show.
if that what?
I said of course he had a Broadway show.
Yeah, that it was a Broadway. That yeah,
I don't
It's a Broadway.
follow Lynn at all, so every time I learn something new, I'm like neutral about it, and I'm like, of course, this makes sense. Of course.
yeah, it was a Broadway show, and he played the main character in the Broadway show, and then
I can't believe he
made
would
the
do that.
movie.
He would play as the main character in his own thing.
I
No
can't believe
way.
he
was
That's
story about his
crazy.
own
What a
life.
nerd.
It
What a
wasn't
loser.
him though.
Well,
I don't think
doesn't
In the Heights was him.
he's kind of
It
always the main character
is
in his
about
own
him.
stuff, though, isn't he?
Last I checked, In the Heights was like kind of like a stylized retelling of some childhood events.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's
Look it up.
fine.
For me
but-
personally, I would actually, if I
Oh.
made a musical about myself, I would make Noah the main character.
Thank you, Jackson.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd
You
be
are
a
correct.
hell of
The
a main
original-
character.
The
just
original
for you.
Broadway was him.
And I'd write the
I
main
apologize.
character to be a piece of shit.
Oh no!
Just like me. I'm a perfect cast for that role.
Now
believe that
Noah
Noah's
has to
finally
go
getting
on stage and
representation he
be a
deserves.
piece of shit.
Would you give him
Yes,
a
I
big
was.
villain number at some point?
He's just gonna sing "Be Prepared" from The Lion King because I don't want to write anything new.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, he
Why
would.
they cut it from the live action one?
Well, that means they don't want it anymore. It's
That's
up for
true.
grabs.
That
Honestly,
means I can have it.
I
No,
was
you
just
get
going to
Be Prepared.
request any villain song you gave me just be like some like nasty like saloon band number. But I'll sing Be
Yeah.
Prepared as a saloon number if you want me to. I'll happily do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
God.
That and
Saloon
also
Be
I'm gonna take the
Prepared?
Dream song from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we got this all together. Honestly,
This is gonna be the best musical.
Dan, I'm gonna need you to pull some heavy punches here so that I side with you over Jackson. Because right now his musical, it's sounding really good. You're not
What do
selling
you
me yet.
mean? What are you talking about? Wait,
Jackson
what?
sold me on this
How is
hypothetical
this?
musical
Wait, how are
more
you
than
turning
yours.
this
Yeah.
against Dan
Yeah.
somehow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't
Yeah,
know where
Dan,
I
fuck
came into
you.
this.
No, that should be putting you on the same side as Dan. You're sold on a musical
Yeah.
No,
now.
I'm
Fuck
sold
you,
on
Dan.
Jackson's musical. I'm not sold on Dan's musical yet.
Yeah.
What
Dan,
musical? What
wait,
musical
wait,
am I
wait,
talking
hold
about?
on,
It's not
hold
even that
on.
That's what I'm
good.
saying, Dan.
Dan-
What musical?
Dan, in the musical that you write for Noah to be the main character, are you gonna give him Saloon Be Prepared or something equivalent to it, or is your
No.
musical gonna suck?
It's not gonna be Saloon Be Prepared. It's gonna be
It's gonna be a live action
man.
adaptation of A Shark's Tale.
oh no, Noah.
And I'm just the fish that
That
runs
movie
the
already
car
was
wash.
live action enough.
It was though.
Through the entire thing, Will Smith in a fish suit just comes on stage and slaps you sometimes, and
And he's
that's
just like, I'm not
Boo.
allowed back at the Oscars.
just for no
and
reason.
leaves.
Yeah, he's got no actual lines. He just slaps you and walks away. No
I think
bearing on
he's
the
earned
plot.
it though. He's
Yeah,
allowed to.
Yeah, he's allowed. He can.
I'd take it.
Yeah,
He can hit.
he can
I love
hit.
At that
He
price
can do
point,
that at
he
this price
can.
point.
I love very much that Noah was like that. Noah full on just went. All right, Jackson has a good idea. Dan, come up with something on the spot. Let's go. Like
Yeah,
just got-
Dan.
I
mean-
just got so blindsided by that. I just wasn't ready. I didn't
Now,
expect
Dan,
it.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be that guy, but I feel like you should expect this by now.
I feel like he's trying
we've
really
been-
hard to be that guy.
We've been
Does
doing
anyone
this
else
for
get
like
this impression?
4 years now. I thought you would have been ready for me to immediately turn every situation that Jackson brings up against you as a competition.
As we all know, Off the Air is really
no,
just Dan versus Jackson with Noah as a mediator.
Sometimes it's
in
Noah
my
versus
musical-
Jackson
feel like that
with
sometimes.
Dan, or sometimes it's Noah
In
versus
my
Dan
musical,
with
Noah,
like
you're gonna
Jackson as
be-
a peanut gallery.
What are you talking about? I'm right.
There he is.
I'm trained to freestyle. Again. But no, in my musical, which I'm gonna be written in as someone who freestyles.
Yeah.
In a wholly ad lib part of the show. But when you enter your saloon number of Be Prepared, you're gonna elbow a player piano to activate it,
Oh yeah.
and then it's gonna come in with like just some like some real jangling keys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then you're gonna like someone's gonna slide you a drink across the bar, and you're gonna grab it, and then you're gonna sing.
Oh, the piano's got to be hitting like a real bouncy bass line, just one of those like don, don, don.
I feel like we'd also have to have
You know?
like the band of demons from that Charlie Daniels song.
Yeah, which
you know
one?
the song.
On the Road
that
Again?
one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
So
That's
the
Willie
band
Nelson,
of demons
come
from
on.
On the Road Again are gonna come in and play along with the player piano, which now has a skeleton playing it too.
Yeah, the skeleton actually takes over for the piano,
Exactly.
Ironically,
and then you have a skeleton army in the musical.
the skeleton is actually played by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Oddly enough.
Huh.
The musical is actually about life in small town Illinois.
Oh no.
Dan, I got to be honest. You're not really coming up with a strong defense against this. I'm
Again,
like,
I don't
siding
have
with
anything
not
against this.
against Dan.
I'm on the
I
same
think
side.
Dan's losing. I am doing the best at this.
Dan, you got to come up with a better musical fast.
Jeff, I know you got a better musical, so let's
Well,
hear it.
obviously I've
What
got a better musical.
You're gonna cast, as we all know, you cast Dan in the musical,
And you.
and me,
You're the villain.
of course,
Is it a-
course.
is it
Yeah. You do the big like ska version of Be Prepared as your big villain number.
That's a very original idea. I'm glad to hear it.
You're a ska villain in my musical.
Yeah.
Every time that you're there, there's just ska music playing. You
Head
wear
to
like
foot checkered 3-piece
oh,
suit.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Dan is like I don't know, a regular person, and he hates you.
I think that's very reasonable. Yeah. I also would
I
hate
feel like
me.
this casting works.
Yeah, right. It makes sense.
I really do understand my character's motivation.
Yeah.
Damn, Jeff, I'm sold. Dan, you're not doing anything to like. Jeff is combating you now too. You're a 0 for 2.
Whoa, whoa,
You know
whoa, I was not
problem is-
bringing this
you know-
against
you know-
Dan.
Dan.
No, hold on. You know what the
Losing.
actual problem is, and like this is the problem. The problem is. The problem is I fucking love musicals, and so I'm like, anything I think of is like way too like actual effort, for this bit. Like I've come up with like 3 things. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. They're gonna laugh at that. That's not gonna be good.
Yeah, because
And
I
I'm
like-
sorry, hold on,
I'm
wait.
sorry, yeah,
wait,
I
me
haven't
having
laughed at
Noah
the
as a
rest of it.
ska villain who just sings
It's gonna be
ska
fucking
be
stupid in as much
prepared
as
is
no.
such a good
let me
idea.
rephrase. It's gonna be too high effort for this comedic
Wait,
tone.
wait,
that
hold
we're-
up.
we're putting
I'm
out
sorry,
here.
you're calling
Dan's
us
defense is
lowbrow?
that he's thought of ideas, but they're so much better
Dan's
than ours
ideas are
that it would be
too
funny for him to
good
share
to
them.
even
so
bring
he
up
didn't
against
share
us.
them.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That sounds like Dan didn't have any ideas, but he's just trying to save face.
Dan, give us
I mean,
one of
that
your
is
good
also
ideas.
possible.
Dan, tell you what. I'll listen to your ideas, and instead of laughing at them like I've laughed
don't-
at all the
I don't
other
wanna play
ideas,
this
I'll
game.
just sit
This is
here
the worst thing.
respectfully and listen.
That's you do understand that that's worse.
Then I'll laugh at it. I don't know. I don't understand what you want from me. You're like, oh, they might laugh at my ideas. And I'm like, don't
No.
you worry, Dan. I
There's a
wouldn't
difference between
laugh.
laughing. There's a difference between laughing with me at my ideas and laughing at my ideas. That's a very different.
Because I've definitely
There-
not laughed at any
There
of the
is
ideas yet.
no difference
yeah, but
between the
it's-
two
what
if
are you
you make
talking
your
about?
ideas stupid on purpose. That's all I'm saying.
That's exactly it. I'm having a hard time coming up with something stupid enough on purpose.
Oh,
That's
I
my
get that
problem.
actually. You know what?
Like-
I understand that.
Like I need something that's dumb that is laughable in the context of this be prepared villain song bit.
He just can't think of another genre of music to be prepared into.
I had
No,
a hard
I
time.
think
I was
that's
really
honestly,
reaching when I
I
took
went to
ska,
both punk rock
honestly.
and metal, but I actually know for a fact that a metal cover of Be Prepared does exist, and it actually kind of slaps. So that doesn't
Oh, without
work.
a doubt.
I
I'm-
hope it's like by
I'd
a
be
power
willing to
metal
bet
band.
anything that's probably a punk rock cover of it as well. To be honest,
I don't know about that.
Definitely
Okay.
a metal cover. I know I've seen at least 2. Because
Oh, cool.
Let's
it's
do a
good.
pop punk cover of it.
Oh, there's probably a pop punk cover. There's a pop punk cover of everything.
Be
I wanna-
prepared.
Be prepared.
Pop punk Lion King might be okay though.
yeah, kind
I'm
of.
That's
gonna
Jeff's
be the
second
main
idea,
event.
The pop punk Lion King. I just can't wait to be king would totally work.
Why?
Why is it
just
always Blink
can't
182? Why
wait.
you're always going for the Tom DeLonge voice?
Where are you?
It's the only pop punk voice. You give me another one and I'll do it.
Well, you got me there.
You give me one other voice.
Some 41? I don't know.
You guys know who I've got beef with that's a musician?
Who's that? It's not me, is it?
And it's Jeff.
No!
It's and this isn't me disliking their music, but this is me. I just kind of I'm like, how does any of this make sense? I got beef with Jackson Brown.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know
Because
Jackson.
why
I've never
are
heard
all
any
of
of his
his
music, but I
most
don't like
popular
him.
all of his most popular music is about how he's having how life is hard touring on the road. My brother
Oh,
in
he's
Christ, how did
just
you
like
become
Journey?
someone who tours on the road
Yo,
if
that's
you
what
didn't have
Journey
any music?
did. That's what all Journey
is
songs
pretty
are
much what Journey
about.
did.
They're all just,
Faithfully-
it's hard on the road. Like, everybody thinks they can
Like,
be
how did
Bob
you-
Seger.
Yeah, how did
Bob
you start?
Seger
how
also
you-
did that.
Yeah, Bob Seger. He's
How'd
just
you start
like,
going
I'm
on
the road
tour
again.
if all your
No,
music is
goddammit.
about being on tour?
Yeah.
How did you get on the first tour? Or how did you write your first music? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, he probably wrote music about how it's hard on the road without knowing, and then everybody heard that music and they were like, oh man,
Damn,
this guy
it
knows a
me.
lot about life and how hard it is on the road. So then they put him on the road because he seemed experienced.
And he was like, "Man, this is hard."
And he's
out
just
here.
like, oh man, this really
I've got
does
some more
suck."
ideas now.
Do you think maybe he was a guy who like he used to work as like a trucker and all his songs are actually just about trucking?
He was a roadie
And
for
then-
Bob Seger.
He was a roadie for Bob Seger. Didn't Bob Seger also do old time rock and roll?
Is that him?
I don't know.
What about the Silver Bullet Band? You guys keep dismissing the Silver Bullet Band.
I am not familiar with the Silver Bullet Band.
It was Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. That was
Oh,
their
is that the full name?
That was their full name.
I
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of like the Jimi
Well,
Hendrix
you've
Experience.
outed me as a fake Bob Seger
Was
fan.
Willie Nelson in that?
God damn it, Noah. Now I'm googling old
I
time
know
rock
Jeff.
and roll just to see
I
who
know
that
Jeff
is.
only cares about Willie Nelson apparently.
I don't even. Oh wow, it is Bob Seger. Huh.
Oh, nice.
Bob Seger and
And the Silver Bullet Band. It came up when I googled it. I feel stupid.
which it's one of those things where like no one would ever call them that,
Yeah.
but it's technically the name.
Yeah, I have never heard anyone refer to them that way at all.
And why would you?
Right? Like George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
But isn't there like a technical
cool, though.
difference between George Thorogood and George Thorogood and the Destroyers? Didn't he release like solo music and music with the band?
I don't know.
I'm gonna make these claims. I'm not gonna fact check any of them.
I
but
Imagine
I'm
am
being
pretty
one
sure
of the
I'm right.
Destroyers.
Man, I would hate to
Already
be
not
one of,
getting named in the band, and then he goes on to release solo music.
and everyone attributes everything to just his solo career.
Couldn't be the Silver Bullet Band.
No, famed Silver Bullet Band.
That's how I'm going to start referring to Bob Seger in all the conversations I have about Bob Seger, which are innumerable.
Oh, the many conversations. I know I have dozens.
I'm always talking about him.
So I guess before the Silver Bullet Band,
There was nothing.
Bob Seger performed and recorded as Bob Seger and the Last Herd, and then
Oh,
also
no.
as Bob Seger's System during the
Okay, what?
1960s.
I hate
Then
the Bob
when his
Seger
first
system.
album finally came out in 68, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man, he was no longer using those names, and I assume it must have been Silver Bullet Band after that, right?
He
I
he
hope.
wanted the werewolves to know to stay back.
Maybe he had a werewolf problem on his early tours.
You're not
Bob
invited.
That's why
here,
it was
and
so-
the
werewolves.
last
That's
herd
why it
is
was so
terrifying.
hard on the road. It was the werewolves.
Honestly, you know, I
On
take it
account
all
of the
back.
innumerable
That is the worst
werewolves.
part of touring.
I take it all back.
Nobody
Bob
tells you
Seger was
about it.
right. Bob Seger was just so right.
It's hard on the road because of the werewolves.
I really love the idea of doing like a parody, like of Bob Seger's entire band, where you just talk a lot about werewolves,
Right.
but everything else is the same.
Like, you play Turn the Page, but somewhere in there you just sneak in a line about werewolves.
There's werewolves
'cause
on
I
the
mean-
road. And
What
that's
was
it.
but they had like night moves. There's got to be so many good lines about werewolves in there.
There's gotta be.
The whole song is about
Werewolves
werewolves if you
making
listen
night.
hard enough.
That's true.
Oh, do you guys want to hear another work story, by the way? Not to massively derail the
Sure.
Bob Seger
No,
and the Silver Bullets
absolutely,
conversation.
because I don't want to talk anymore about
We
werewolves.
cannot drag any more out of Bob Seger
Okay.
and the Silver Bullets.
So, all respect due to Bob Seger and the Silver Bullets.
Sure.
Y'all know the game
It's
Saints
the Silver
Row?
Bullet Band.
Silver Bullet Band, damn. No respect, apparently. You guys know about the game Saints Row, right? The series?
Sure.
Vaguely.
Yeah. Dan, I know you know Saints Row.
Nope.
Not at all? Oh, never mind. Okay, so Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2.
Whoa. I don't know anything about Saints Row 2.
That's what I'm giving you some info. Saints Row
Okay.
2 was a much more serious entry into the franchise than Saints Row 3 and 4. I don't know anything about Saints Row 1. Okay. But Saints Row 2, very serious game, much more like GTA like in that aspect, you know?
Uh-huh.
It was still a little goofy, but it was very serious for the most part. I have a coworker who loves Saints Row 2. Like,
That sounds like something a coworker would be really into.
yeah.
That is
Like just in, like
classic coworker
conceptually, a
shit.
coworker would like that.
Yeah.
Like this guy, he's older. He's in the military, works with us when he's not like off on whatever he does. I don't know. He'll disappear for like a month at a time for things every now and then.
They do that.
Yeah. It's, you know, what happens when we're not at war and he's been in the military for what, like 20 years now, something like that.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. No, he's a long haul. Anyway, though, loves Saints Row 2. He also sounds a lot like a bad Kermit the Frog. Like, not evil Kermit the Frog. He just sounds like somebody who doesn't quite remember what Kermit the Frog sounds like. And so you see, here's the thing. This is how he talks. He just kind of talks like this. This is his natural speaking voice.
That is your Kent Hovind voice.
It is
I'm-
my Kent Hovind voice, but that's not.
I'm
that's
afraid
neither here
you've
nor there.
described Jordan Peterson.
Ooh,
Very
he
close
is just
to Jordan
describing
Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
However, this man, he definitely loves Jordan Peterson.
Oh, God.
No.
Coworkers are like that.
Coworkers, be
Coworkers
Coworkers
like
love
Jordan
Jordan Peterson.
Peterson.
So this guy,
This guy's
He's-
favorite movie is
we-
The Crow.
we've got he definitely isn't.
And he tells everybody about the fact that the guy who played the Crow died during filming.
Yeah.
He's like, "Did you guys know Bruce Lee's son?" Everyone knows, man. Everyone knows.
Okay, so but that's the guy, right? Like this is who he is. He loves Saints Row 2. He has opinions about gaming. He loves Elder Scrolls Online
Yeah, of course he
and
does.
Elder Scrolls in general.
He probably liked
but he-
Morrowind best.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
He
He's
didn't
surprising
get
me.
into it. He's an ESO fan. He loves ESO specifically. He thinks Morrowind was poorly optimized.
He's right.
ESO is actually a pretty solid MMO. I've played it before.
Oh, really?
No,
All
it's
right.
yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's actually
I'll give it
really
that.
solid. Yeah.
I feel like just being
it has a
particularly...
surprisingly-
Go ahead.
It does feel like a very lightly dumbed down Elder Scrolls game, but online and multiplayer and like third person. Like that's
I think that's what works too, is that like it's already a game that I like know, and the
Mhm.
controls are still like very comparable, so I can like live with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed my time
Have
in ESO.
have
Anyway,
MMOs stayed at like a stable level of popularity over the last 15 years?
No, they have dropped heavily.
Okay, that was what I thought. I feel
Mhm.
like it's really weird to be really into an MMO
Yeah, it's not as much of a
currently.
thing, and it's not the same kind of like
It's not like RuneScape in
huge thing that
2007.
exactly. It's not like that level anymore, but they're still
Right.
pretty popular.
Okay.
It's just they're not like early aughts popular.
Right, right.
But anyway, we have a new security guard, and he's never met this guy before. I'm like, oh man, just you wait, dude. One of these days you're gonna meet him, and you're gonna think he's really funny, but you can't tell him about the fact that I do impressions of him because I'm gonna get in trouble. And it just turns out that security guard and what should we call this guy? Not
Jordan
Mr. Bussy.
Peterson.
Jordan Peterson. There we go. So security guard and Jordan Peterson were going to be working together one night. I didn't realize Jordan Peterson was closing. This is, by the way, not Jordan B. Peterson, the famed talking head guy. This is Jordan Peterson, my coworker.
Yeah, we
Very
probably
different.
shouldn't call him Jordan Peterson for this story.
We definitely shouldn't.
That was a bad move.
Fake
I think we
Kermit.
should double down.
We're doubling down. He's Jordan B. Peterson.
No. So yeah, I
What's the
didn't
B stand for?
Bitch.
Peterson.
Peterson?
Jordan Peterson Peterson.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson Peterson.
Hey,
Anyway,
Jordan Peterson Peterson.
so
That's Patrick Warburton greeting him.
so Kermit and the security guard were going to be closing together one night. I didn't know that Kermit was closing though, so I decided I'm going to introduce the security guard to Kermit in the best way possible.
Sure.
And I'm like, "Yo, Kermit, have you met the new security guy? This dude hates Saints Row 2 and thinks Saints Row 4 was the best of the series." And I walked away. Guys,
Oh my god.
I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this man argued with he argued with the security guard for 5 hours about
No.
this. 5
Why didn't the security guard just
hours.
say, I never said that?
No, he immediately leaned into it. He immediately was like, I mean, like, I just think that the game got better as it went on, you know? Like, I think adding alien anal probes, honestly, I think that did a lot to the franchise. And
He was right.
and Kermit's like, no, that's no.
Hypothetically, if you were to.
And oh my
It's
gosh.
like lobsters.
It's just
Every
like
time it
lobsters.
stopped, because there would be lulls, you know, we got busy and Kermit had to work. But then I would hear from across the store when all the customers were out, he's like, now here's the thing though, security. When you make a change to an established franchise, it's almost always bad. There are good
What?
changes, but that was not a good change. And then he starts talking about like, name a franchise you like. And then security guard at one point was like, well, I mean, they changed Call of Duty really heavily, adding the exosuits, but I think that was an improvement. And he's like,
Oh, there's so many good things you can say to that.
no, that's not
There's so
an
many perfect
improvement."
answers, like being like, yeah, I mean, but sometimes changes are really good, like when they put like the midichlorians in Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was
Best move.
at one point, I thought that they had stopped. It had been 2.5 hours and I hadn't heard anything for a little bit. And I was helping a customer find some champagne, which
Sure.
is within spitting distance of Kermit's register. And then I, out of nowhere, hear, now here's the thing though. And he starts the conversation right back up. And I turn to the customer, I'm like, so it was a younger guy. I'm like, so help me. If he's going to be talking about Saints Row 2, and he's like, in Saints Row 2, and I'm like, fucking shoot me. I started this, it's like, it is hands down. It's the funniest thing that I think I will ever do there is getting Kermit to talk about Saints Row 2 for almost an entire 6-hour shift. That's insane.
That's kind of incredible, honestly.
It was from
Yeah,
5
I mean-
p.m. till 10 p.m. He talked about it off and on all night, assuming that the security guard had actually talked to me about Saints Row 2. Security guard's never played Saints Row 2.
Nice.
He's never played Saints Row 3 or
So
4,
good.
except for a little bit because it was free on Game Pass at one point.
Good for him, honestly.
I gotta be honest. I have a ridiculous amount of respect for this security guard.
Honestly, no, as soon as Kermit went on break, he walked up to me and he's like, you You. And I'm like, I am so sorry. I have no idea. He would talk like this the whole day. And he's like, he's exactly what you described. And yeah, Saints Row 2. It's not even that good a game, but he
It's
tells me it's
objectively
because
not.
I haven't played it on Xbox and that it's poorly
So true.
optimized for PC. So you're like, I'm gonna give you an Xbox 360 and you're gonna play Saints Row 2. I guess you could play it on
give
that.
him an Xbox 360 for him to
No,
play
he told
Saints
that
Row
to
2?
me. He told that to me. And he's like, I guess you could play it on your PlayStation or whatever. He doesn't know what PlayStation number it is. He also calls PlayStation like PlayStations. I think he does it with an S. But he's like, Xbox is the only one that you should play on because it has all of the DLC.
So true. They actually didn't let it be downloaded on any other console.
Mm-hmm.
And they shouldn't.
Never, honestly.
No.
Yeah, Xbox is just for the superior gamers.
The Xbox is
'Cause it's
obviously the
green.
best
That's one of the
console.
gamer colors.
Well, yeah.
Green for
obviously.
gamer, G. It all adds up. But yeah.
Man, I remember the days of Xbox obsession and people being like super into Xboxes.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
heard anyone defend a console like that in years. It was
Because no one cares,
wild.
and everyone realizes it doesn't really matter, and like no one's mind is changing.
Mm-hmm. It literally is
So,
just,
like,
what are your
yeah.
favorite exclusives? Okay.
Yeah, or also
Then
just
do
like what have you had for the last 10 years?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know.
I'm still playing.
And then of course you bring
GameCube
that up,
games
and people are
myself.
like,
And everyone loses
PC
their
is actually
minds.
superior. No one's talking to you, PC people. It's all right. Take some deep breaths. You spent $4,000 on it. It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't
I
have to
hate
bring
that
it up.
argument. I hate that argument so much.
What,
Like,
you
we're
spent
not-
money on
like,
it?
The you spent more money on it because like in this exact second, sure, yeah, the MSRP right now is busted, but in general, that's such a shitty argument because it's definitely not true.
No, the argument is that they bring it up out of nowhere as if it's the like, and actually it's vastly superior to have this. I'm like, okay, but it's not really about superiority right now because it's not 2007 anymore. No one's like being like, this is actually the superior experience. Whatever
Yeah,
you're
no,
having fun with is
that
the
is
superior
true. Yeah,
experience.
nobody talks about whether or not the consoles are better than one another anymore, like at all. Like that's just not a
Yeah.
thing.
Except PC people, they still bring it up all the time.
I have had a couple of people when like the Xbox One dropped, they really did try and sell me on the fact that it was now better than PC. And granted, these people, absolute jackasses. But they did fight with me about it a little bit. So, like, some of those people
mean-
still exist, but they are vastly in the minority of PC people who bring up how much better PC is out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like no one's trying to argue that like a PC is worse than like a PlayStation or an Xbox. It's like no one's like thinks anything is worse than anything else except for some people who are 14 and are really into like PlayStations or Xboxes and they fight with each other on the internet still. But like it's been hashed out. It's all solved.
God bless America. We finally fixed it.
We did it.
We did it.
Console
gamers.
wars are over.
Finally.
Gamers no longer have to rise up. The day is saved.
But I mean, if you're playing Dead Island, you
Well, I mean-
have to play it on the Xbox.
Obviously, you have to play
I'm
it on
not
the Xbox.
stupid.
I mean,
of course I'm gonna play
I
it on
mean-
the Xbox.
You couldn't play it on anything else.
No. Actually, I did try and play it on PC a little while ago. It is miserable to play without a controller. It is not made for anything other than a
Yeah.
controller. Kind of like how Dark Souls
I feel like
and every FromSoft is a
Yeah.
controller-only game.
I feel like an awful lot of modern games kind of fall into that, don't they? I
Any-
say as though I've played a lot of modern games.
No, you're right.
I haven't played a new game in about 4 years.
Many things that were not made with PC in mind as a primary audience and just also are ported onto PC,
Mm.
I feel like do play better on controller.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Generally,
Yeah.
yeah.
I play pretty much everything with a controller, but I just have more fun with it. It's nice because you can just like lean back.
Yeah.
It's true. You
That
can
is
lean
nice.
back. You can lounge. You can smoke 30 bongs.
Oh God, finally. I can
Yeah.
play video games and smoke 30 bongs at the same time.
Of tobacco.
That's what's been holding me back.
This is one of those. Like.
'Cause you can't sit
Doctor,
up.
will I be able to? Will I be able to run again with my new legs? Great, because I couldn't before.
Yeah. Will I ever play the piano again?
Now, Dan, you've had a lot of time
Mhm.
here. Have you come up with a
Oh my
music?
god, I will leave this fucking call.
It's the
Either come up
console.
with your persona or your musical.
It's the
gotta
console
participate.
wars
I don't want to play with.
musical.
I didn't play either of those games. We've talked about my Persona on the podcast before.
Talk about it again.
We
I
talked
don't
about
You
your.
have your
to.
answer already.
It's not fun. That's a decade ago.
It was a decade ago.
Listen,
That means it's time to
you
grow and
guys-
change. You can have a new one.
Listen.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're not static.
Yeah.
They change as we change.
Your persona is like your sexuality. It's on a spectrum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no, I hadn't considered this.
How?
I was deeply uncomfortable with
You
all-
hadn't considered that personas are like a
No,
fluid
'cause
reflection of the
literally,
self?
I was too busy sitting here being like, oh, sure hope they don't ask me because I don't want to have this conversation again. Well, shit, fuck. I don't know.
I can't believe we're hearing a massive, like, emotional and personal revelation here on the podcast is that Dan has never
I
thought
just-
about this.
You
I
know
think
what?
because
In
shit
realizing
up.
things can
Right.
change.
You know what's going to happen now is Dan's going to write a musical about discovering his persona. And
he's-
it's going to
no,
have
it's
the
gonna be
best
the
villain
protagonist,
number
though.
in it that you have ever
No.
heard.
It's
And
gonna
I'm
be
not
no. It's
invited.
going to be a full-on polka cover of.
Oh,
Be
God.
Prepared. And no,
Holy
it's
shit,
gonna be
he
a.
finally got it.
It's gonna be a hero song, not a villain song.
Oh.
I really want the
Oh.
furry musical to have a cover.
Subversion.
Are we transposing it into a major key?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
It's
of
polka,
course.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Do you listen to minor key polka? The
I would.
funeral polka?
Wait, is
Oh,
that a
there
thing?
has to
Hold
be a
on,
f-
wait.
I'm gonna
Be right
Google
back.
funeral
There's probably a
Yep.
song called The Funeral Polka, and it probably slaps.
polka. Oh, shit.
Whoa, what the hell just happened with your computer here, Noah?
I want my musical to have like a furry character in it as well, and I want them to like have in a very emotional scene, like the one of the probably the start of the third act / end of the
Yeah, yeah.
second act,
Your big
where they
emotional crux.
remove their fursuit head and they sing they sing a jazz cover of "Mask Off" by Future.
Okay, hold on a second. We're listening now to a song called Joe's Funeral Polka, and it appears to be a cell phone video from somebody's actual funeral.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I like this one thing. Warning, there is technically a dead person in the video because it is literally just a video of a funeral. Holy shit.
It's pretty good, honestly. It's just one guy with an accordion, but
We should do this for our dad when he dies. Just get someone to play the
he would
accordion.
love that.
Yeah.
I have always figured that we would like play Rob Zombie songs or something, because he would love that as well.
I don't think that he'd love that as much as the polka.
Polka covers of Rob Zombie songs.
There it is. There it is.
That's the
that's
perfect.
I do know a guy who plays the accordion.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Shit.
I don't know if he's in the area right now, but
Damn. Well, I mean, we don't need him right now, so.
I know, but I don't know if like in general, like, I don't know if he lives here anymore.
Right.
We'll
I
get
mean,
some.
we could just learn to play the accordion.
It can't be that
Right?
hard, right?
It can't be.
It's just like
It's definitely
piano
that
in the
hard.
hands.
It is.
It's
got a point.
it's like they say, a piano in the hand is worth two in the bush.
They do say that.
That's why the accordions are so valuable.
I didn't know accordions were particularly valuable.
And then at least the price of two pianos.
Well, that
depending
is a
on if
lot
those
of money,
piano-
actually,
If those pianos are in like the Australian outback,
Damn.
as they usually are in
then-
the wild.
well then they're half the price of an accordion.
Feral pianos.
Well, if they're in the bush, I mean,
Well, right.
just imagine like a little kangaroo, and then what are the Australian possums?
It's either
Like one of the,
possums
like, the
or
weird ones?
opossums. I can never remember which.
Yeah,
those
we
guys.
got the opossums. They got the.
Oh, okay. Oh my god,
And that's worth two in the bush.
that is a $9,000 accordion. Oh, and it's a Roland. I didn't even know
Holy
Roland made them
shit.
things. What?
I haven't talked to Roland in a while.
Flagship piano
You haven't talked
type
to Roland?
V accordion filled with many enhancements requested by pro accordionists.
Oh my god.
Wait, it's filled with enhancements? I feel like they should keep it empty so that you can go like,
I think it's
"Mm."
Yeah, I
electric.
think it's supposed to have air in it.
It has
doesn't
electric
They should
stuff.
fill it with.
Oh my god,
Okay,
is
this
this
is-
a
oh
MIDI
my-
capable accordion?
Is this a MIDI accordion?
It doesn't
Have
say
a sec.
MIDI anywhere.
Yes,
Newly
it does.
developed.
Integrated with MIDI software.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
I mean,
No.
it's kind of. It makes sense that it
That's-
makes sense that it's out there.
It does, but that's
To a
definitely
degree.
not. Okay, so it looks like a much more reasonable, normal type of accordion price is somewhere between $300 and $900. That is not an accordion.
Okay.
That
That's
is a
still-
$200 pillow.
That's a pillow right there. It's a $120 pillow.
Oh,
Why?
I'm sorry.
Is it like an accordion shaped pillow?
No.
It just has an accordion pattern on it.
Why is it so expensive?
Or
I
it's-
could not tell you.
yeah, that is just a pillow. Jeez, that's very strange.
Weird. I don't like that. But
It's
this,
not even MIDI
this
capable.
sexy accordion, on the other hand, is very cheap.
Ooh, it's shiny and all too.
Mm-hmm.
Decent reviews.
I
mostly
bet the
okay
listeners are
reviews.
loving this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have no
they've
idea
gotta
what's
be.
going on.
Listeners, get in with us here. Do you want the accordion arc Off the air accordion arc. We'll change out the intro music for me trying to play
Like
the same
polka
tune on an
music.
accordion.
The polka
Oh, it's
arc.
too staccato. That would be miserable.
It really is.
Oh God.
You could figure it out probably.
And if you
don't
don't
know-
play it all staccato, it's gonna sound like you're playing like the Cure song or something. It's gonna
Oh,
sound like
sick.
you're
Oh,
playing
yeah,
the
the
intro.
Cure song.
The intro to like what's the song? A Forest.
Working for the weekend.
Working for the weekend.
Working for the weekend
On the road again.
with the werewolves.
Bob Seger?
Bob Seger, what are you doing in this
And-
polka? With
Wait,
the
this-
Silver Bullet Band.
I really want to do like a sitcom with Bob Seger.
Nobody
and the Silver
understands
Bullet
Bob
Band.
Seger like I do, Jerry. But George only
Bob!
sings about his werewolves.
Bob, what's it like out on the road? I heard there's lots of werewolves.
And Kramer's
Silver
just like, oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Band.
All kinds of werewolves out there. Nobody wants you to know
Oh yeah,
about
Jerry,
it.
it's no joke.
It's serious
It's not a
stuff.
joke, Jerry. There's lots of werewolves out there.
They had to call it the Silver Bullet Band to keep them away.
This bit sucks.
It does.
End your podcast.
Wow, okay, audience, you're right, you're right. Dan, do you have anything you'd like to say? I know we talked over you a lot, we put you on the spot a lot. I'm still waiting on some information from you because I felt like you had a big revelation, but you haven't come up with a persona yet, so like,
I don't want to talk to you people anymore.
Wow, all right.
fair enough. I wouldn't want to talk to a seeker.
Y'all are bullies.
Yeah, Dan, we've been doing this podcast for how long? You didn't know that yet?
You're right. You're right. Past behavior should have informed me that I should have just had way fewer expectations.
I mean,
That's
if
on
it's
me.
any consolation,
You had expectations?
next week it'll probably be you and Jackson against Noah again.
It's true.
You know
I
what?
can
I'm gonna
find
be honest.
something
I
for
doubt that. I don't think that's gonna happen because I don't think I'm gonna be here next week.
Oh, bummer.
Damn.
Wait, because of time schedules, or are you done?
He's done.
It's a good question. Yeah,
Does
you'll have to
he
wait to find out.
Oh no.
Do you have a time commitment, or is he? Is this Dan's resignation?
Will Dan come back? Will we ever hear what his persona is? Tune in next week on
Persona?
Off the Air. Shut
You
the
heard-
fuck up.
Did you guys hear him say Fursona?
No,
I
I didn't
He
say
did. He
persona.
definitely
I
said
can't believe it.
persona.
In the same episode,
It's-
everyone's against
It's the
me.
Italian singular. Fursona is plural, actually.
Your individual
Actually, it's pronounced
personas.
Personae.
It's Fursonai.
Personae, the science guy.
Persona is plural. Fursona
Persona,
is
persona,
singular.
persona.